Ahead and oh, hold on. Did not mean to do that. Can y'all hear me? You can hear me? Yeah? Okay. I just wanted to make sure I just accidentally hit something and I did not realize that I hit something. Um, I have to, oh, that's really weird. Okay. Well, anyways, it's recording. Just wanted to make sure this was happening. Okay. Anyways, okay, so I'm super excited. So I haven't been able to do a team Zoom in a little bit because I've been out of town. And so there's a bunch of new faces on here. So if you don't know who I am, I do apologize, but I will meet you. I see a bunch of new people on here, which is so exciting. So the topic I named this Zoom was Winning the War in Your Mind. And I actually just got this book and Nadia recommended it to me. Like a billion other people recommended it to me, but it's called Winning the War in Your Mind by Craig Rochelle. And I literally just got it in today, but I've been listening to his sermons. I've been reading his Bible study plan and I've been listening to his podcast. And so I kind of get a gist on what it's about. And everybody has bragged about it. Okay. And so I personally know how important mental health is. And that's actually like kind of what we're going to go towards today, just because I talk to a lot of you guys every single day, or if not every single day, at least every week. And the main topic I hear is that you're struggling mentally and you can't seem to get past this barrier. You can't seem to break past what you believe in or what you don't believe in, and all these different things. And I personally am there. I've personally been there. I'm just on a new level than where I used to be. And so just because you rise up in the ranks and just because you have money or you become successful doesn't mean that you overcome all of these obstacles of your mindset. And so that's what I really wanted to talk about tonight. But I do have specific tips on what to do. And I also have specific tips on just like business related stuff too, because this is going to go hand in hand. So I do want to say a shout out to you guys for being on, because number one, like I've talked about this team going presidential for quite a few months now. I'm looking at volumes right now and I'm still trying to remain very, very hopeful. But we definitely need to do some work. I'm talking to this like as in me too. So I don't want y'all to think I have given up on presidential. I definitely haven't. So I still want to be loud about that. But basically, I wanted to tell you guys, number one, like props to you guys for showing up on here. Y'all are the people that I want to work with, okay? The people who constantly tell me I can't get on these Zooms, I can't do this, I can't do this, oh, I can't make a post this hour, I can't do this. Those are the people I'm no longer working with. And I'm not like in a harsh way saying this, but I have now put it into my business to where I'm working with people who want this. And so shout out to you guys for being on here. That's incredible. I know there were some people who texted me saying they couldn't get on, so this is not towards them. But for the majority of you, I want you guys to like put down your phone if you can. I understand you have to get work done. If you do, that's totally fine. But I consider this work. And this was actually something that I had to put it into my mind. And Morgan talked about it on a Zoom, and Morgan talked about it on our leader Zoom last week. But we were talking to Amber Parker, and she was just saying, she was like, personal development is working. Okay. Spending time like pouring into yourself, doing the things that you want to do is working in a sense, because you're filling up your mind with positive energy and the things that you need to be able to be a good leader or be able to be productive in this business. So I consider these Zooms working. And so if you can put down your phone and just really soak all in the words that I say, I really hope that I get through some people today. But the one question, like the number one question that actually pops up in this book is, and this can kind of be something that you can think on, or you can write it down now, you can journal about it later, you can do whatever you want. But the number one question to ask in the first page of the book, it says, where are your thoughts taking you? For many of you personally, I know just from speaking to you, I bet you a lot of you guys are saying, I'm not worthy, I'm not worth it, I can't do this, it's too hard. And you make up all these negative thoughts, you make up all these lies in your head. And I am the number one person who is guilty of that. And so I had just this major breakthrough just going from to the winner circle. That made me have breakthroughs. And then coming back from that, I had major breakthroughs last week because of the tips that I learned from the winner circle. And I realized how big of a cap I've put on myself. And because I put a cap on myself, I put it on you guys. And if you're new in this business, you're like, what are you even freaking talking about? It's totally fine. I'll get to that. But for number, like the number one reason I personally feel guilty in a sense is because I'm like, if I'm putting a cap on myself, this means I'm putting a cap on you guys. And so I realized this past week, I had a lot of money mindset issues. A lot of us know what to do in this business, okay? This business, if you know the tasks are very, very simple. We have a 6 list, and if you're brand new, we will teach you about this, but a 6 list is just being like following, adding to your network, messaging, following up, interacting, posting, what's the other one? Personal development. Okay. Those are very simple things. And those aren't things that you have to sit here and think really, really hard to do about. So the number one thing that's hardest to do is breaking through your mindset, right? You know, you join this business and you're like, okay, I want to make $100. And then when you start working in this business, you start doubting yourself and you're like, can I even make $100? I don't freaking know. And so I'm at a point where I used to pray to make $6,000 and now I make $6,000 or more. And I'm like, I want to make so much more, but why can't I get past this income? And so I just really had to really dive deep into personal development. So 2 of the books that I got were Winning the War in Your Mind, and another one that Amber Parker recommended, and I, again, just got this in the mail today, so I'm reading it today, but it's called The Game of Life and How to Play It. Okay. And this is all about manifesting on what you want, but both of these talk about like what you speak over yourself actually matters. So when I'm telling you, like, I really want you to take the tips and run with them, I really want you to take the tips today, because most of you guys have these big goals and dreams in mind and you're like, I feel stuck. I don't know what to do. I'm holding myself back because all the barriers that I have with my mindset and all these things. And so I just want to help you conquer that. And so this is another quote from the book. And so I kind of want you to take this into consideration, but it says, our lives are always moving in the direction of our strongest thoughts. What we think shapes who we are. And I know you've probably heard this a million times, just like I know that you've heard like where your thoughts lead you and just like that's who you become. And you hear in this business all the time how powerful mindset is. But like if you have been in this business longer than a month, you realize how powerful mindset is. You know, you go to a job every single day and you don't really think about mindset, because when you go into a job, you get instant gratification. Okay. You get instant payment. You get instant things. Like you do what someone tells you specifically what to do, and you're like, okay, I'll go do it. You get paid the next week for it. Okay. Sometimes this business takes a little bit longer. You get paid for it now with the $100 that we have out, which I'll talk about that as well. But sometimes you don't see instant results, and it's all about because of what you speak over yourself. It's all about the consistency that comes with it. And it's all about mindset and whether you think you can do it or not. And so what you think every day matters. So like I personally, if y'all feel comfortable, you totally can. I am a words of affirmation. So if y'all want to blow up the chat, feel free. If you feel like when you connect with something, you can drop an emoji. But can you think of one thought that you feel like goes in your head over and over and over again and put it in the chat? If you feel comfortable, I'm not forcing you guys to do this. But for me personally, mine is, I'm like afraid to make more money because I'm afraid I'm not going to be responsible with this. So I feel like I'm unworthy of having a lot of money, and I feel guilty for being money hungry, you guys. This is like the number one thought that comes into my head, is like saying like, I feel guilty for wanting more money. And I get around my friends, or I get around people that I talk to, and they like are satisfied with being broke. And I like think in the top of my mind all the time, I'm like, how could you be satisfied being broke? Ew, like that disgusts me. I could never do that because I'd been there and it was not a good lifestyle. And so Rebecca said, I'm a failure and I'm never going to be successful. That is the number one thought that runs into my mind all the time. And I will never overcome my fears. That's a really great one. What's the other one? I'm not capable of a promotion. That is a very heavily one, especially being in this business for the first time, or the second time, since Morgan and I've been in it 2 times, but that one can weigh really heavy on your thoughts. And so I really appreciate you guys for being like open with these, because if you look at it, it's not all powerful thoughts that are like, I'm amazing, I'm beautiful, I'm this. It's all negative thoughts, because our 99% of what we think is negative. And so if you're not working to combat those every day, do you not think that you are going to have a stronghold over yourself of like what you say, what you speak, what you think? That's what's going to happen. How many of you guys are not happy with where you're at? And it's not to speak that over yourself, but maybe you're satisfied, but you want more. I'm at that point. I'm not in a point where I'm struggling. I'm not at a point where I'm like sad or anything like that. I'm just at a point where I want more. I'm hungry for more. And so I personally, that's all I think about 24/7. And I realize that I'm putting this cap on myself. And so that the thoughts in your mind can be like, I'm not worthy. Like you said, I want more and I'm not happy. I'm not capable of promotion. I can't do anything. I can't sign people. How many times have you told yourself you can't sign up people and then the next day or the next week you don't sign up people? It's because you speak it over yourself. I talk about that all the time. So that was like the question that I kind of wanted to get you thinking on, is like, what are the thoughts that go through your head? Because if you realize they're all negative. And then the next thing is, it said, what lie is holding you hostage? And then this is the page that I wanted to read off of, because it's talking about all these lies of like what you think, grabbing hold of the lie that you know that is holding you hostage from what you want to believe. Me personally, I'm the one, like I keep telling myself that I'm stingy if I want more money. That is like the number one lie that comes into my head. And so I came into conclusion, I was like, all right, that's the lie I need to focus on. So think of one lie, and then it says right here, it says, what lie is holding you hostage? What mistruth keeps you from taking a step of faith? And what wrong thought pattern robs you from living a life of freedom and joy? Know this: you cannot defeat what you cannot define. If you have to identify the lie that has become a stronghold for you, you must realize the negative impact it's had on you and others. Use these questions to trigger your thoughts. It's now time to define the lies you've been believing, identify the strongholds in your life, and face their negative impact. Freeing yourself from all these distractions, focus on identifying the specific lies you believe. I have given you plenty of examples of lies I believe and have had to address both old and new ones to make your statements personal and straightforward, as in, I believe I'm not good enough. Get them out and write them all down. So this is maybe a task that I want you to do aside from this, since we are limited on time. And if you get the book, you'll realize, like, if you get this book, I really advise you to get the hard copy, because he has like a lot of journaling prompts in here. But this is like a task that I want you to do. And I've told you all this before, but it really does it's like a fact that it actually can do this. When you speak your lies out loud and you're like, okay, this is my lie that I'm thinking, you write it down, you already have a stronghold over that lie instead of keeping it in your mind. If you keep it in your mind, that lie has a stronghold over you. It's all you think about. It's all that's consumed in your head. So you're letting that lie take hold of you. So I want you to write it down, all the lies that you can think of. I did this last week and I wrote down all the lies. So all the lies, like, I cannot be a duplication magnet. I can't be in the top 150. I will never be able to reach $15,000 a month. I will never be able to help my team reach that. I will never do this. And so I just wrote down all of these lies. And that was the first step that I did. And then so the next step that it told me to do, and like all the books combined, it was talking about manifesting. And so I personally watched this YouTube video because one book I'm listening to as well, I literally bought like 16 books because of this retreat. They were like, download this book, get this book, get this book. And I was like, bet, I'm getting all these books. And so I downloaded Get Rich Lucky Bitch, and it's all about money. Okay. So that's obviously my stronghold. I realized the lie that is holding over me is money. So whatever stronghold you have over yourself, I really want to challenge you to get that type of book. Don't get a book if you already know that you're consistent and you're consistent every day. Like, I'm very consistent, so I don't need Atomic Habits right now. I'm not going to listen to that. But if you're someone who cannot work a day in your life consistently for like 2 days straight, get Atomic Habits. Don't sit here and listen to something that's all about like believing in yourself. If you're someone who you're like, I believe in myself, I really do believe in myself, like, you don't worry about that, which most of us, that's not going to be the case, sadly, but you get what I'm saying. So that's why I got the Get Rich Lucky Bitch book. And what it was saying in there is it was talking about all about this manifestation. So I really got deep into manifestation. So I went on YouTube and I was like, I need specific tips on how to manifest, because she gives you specific tips on how to manifest too. But I really wanted to know how to journal manifestation. And what I found, I'm going to give y'all my tips because they're so good, is if you want a life of like what it is that you want and you realize that you haven't gotten it, chances are, number one, you're not specific about what you want. So if you haven't started journaling, I had someone tell me today, Rachel, I'm just going to shout you out, but Rachel, you started doing affirmations and you said how much they changed your life, and you started writing them out. Y'all, if you have not started journaling or writing out things that you specifically want, like affirmations, gratitude, thankfulness, like all those things, you are hurting yourself more than helping yourself. You have to start that. And I was that person who had to listen to it about 16 million times before I actually did it. So I understand, but also I don't understand at this point. If you aren't doing it, do this. So I got out my journal and I looked up this video, and I can share the link below. I didn't copy it before this, but she talked about all the manifestations of like what to write down. And she was like just saying, you know, like, hey, y'all can believe me if this works or not, but I'm living a life of abundance. Like she was like, I love my life. And she was like, and this is what I did. And this is what I do every single day. And she was just really confident, and I loved her confidence. And so what it did is saying how to manifest. And it said, number one, write out the date of the day that you're writing out these things. So that's what I always do anyways when I journal. So you're going to write it out in the corner. Secondly, you're going to address the universe, or you can address God. I'm very spiritual, so I'm addressing God. If you're not very spiritual and you want to write down universe, you can say universe. I'm not attacking you on what you want to write, but you can write dear universe / dear God. You can write whatever you want. Address the specific person that you want to address. Then the next line, it's going to say, you're going to write down gratitudes. Try to write down 5 gratitudes and try to be very specific. Don't be like, I'm grateful for my life. Okay, that's great, but you also want to get your mind kind of rolling. So get it down like 5 gratitudes. My gratitudes, they can be different. They can be the same every day. Normally mine are different because I just want to have that abundance life and think about all the things that I'm grateful for. So then I write down the gratitudes. And then it says, you create what you believe. So she was talking about like this category of like, you're creating everything in your life, what you believe. So obviously, if you are saying to yourself every day, you're not even saying it, but you're believing it, saying, I can't teach duplication. I can't sign a distributor. I can't sign a customer. Everybody I sign up sucks. Everybody I sign up is a dud. All of these things, you're going to get those things. You're going to get the outcome of that. And that's actually in this book. It says right here, it says, so this one's the one that says the game of life and how to play it. It says, so we see to play successfully the game of life, we must train the imaging faculty. A person with an imaging faculty trained to image only good brings into his life every righteous desire of his heart: health, wealth, love, friends, perfect self-expression, and his highest ideals. Vice versa of that. If you're someone who is so negative, and you know those people in your life that are like, I'm going through this today. Can I just give up already? Can this day just get any worse? Can this week just get any worse? Can my family do one more thing wrong? All of these different things. You know that person in your life. My mom is that person, okay? And so I don't try to talk to her on a daily basis because I don't want that mood to bring you down. If you have someone in your life like that right now, cut them off. I'm telling you, cut them off. Cut them off in a very, very great way. Cut them off, okay? You deserve better than that, and you deserve so much more than someone giving you negative feedback in your ear. If it's like your spouse and you can't cut them off like directly, maybe just don't talk to them about the business with them. Maybe don't talk about your dreams and goals because you're so focusing so hard on where you want to go, and they're damaging it, okay? There's some things that I can't talk to my friends about because they'll just laugh, and I'm like, oh no, I was being serious about that. Like, I want to be a millionaire next year. Like, I was actually being serious, you know? And so just practice what you speak. But this was basically saying, like, whatever you believe, you are going to get. And so I'm not telling you guys that this stuff is going to come overnight. I get that we combat like all these negative feelings, all these negative emotions every day. I really, really get that. But if you're not working towards the daily life that you want to create, it's going to take you a hell of a lot longer. Do not be me, who took 6 years to get where I am now, and I'm not even where I want to be. I'm grateful for where I'm at, but I'm not even where I want to be. If I would have started doing these things 6 years ago, I would literally be double ambassador right now, and I wholeheartedly believe that. But everybody has their own journey, and that's okay. I learned from it. But I think I'm here to tell y'all, like, don't make the same mistakes that I'm doing. Anyways, back to the manifestation. So that's what she was talking about. She was saying, whatever you believe, you create. Okay. And so get into a category of being really specific, and you can do 2 things. If you're someone who, you know, when you write down like I am affirmations in your mind, instantly goes to, but I'm not this. I'm not doing this. Like, say, she was given an example of like a car. She was saying, thank you, universe, so much for giving me this car. And she realized that she didn't even have that car yet. Her mind honestly like told her, you don't even have this car. Like, why are you doing that? So she had to switch the script and say, it would be nice if. So I do the it would be nice if statements. And so she said, get extremely specific. And that was something that I realized that I was not doing. And again, if this is kind of going past your head, I do apologize, but it really is like something I'm really passionate about. And I've been kind of like really learning about lately. But start saying mantras like, it would be nice if, I had a girl go diamond in 30 days on my team. That's actually something that I wrote down. Okay. And so for you, maybe you're brand new. So you could say, it would be nice if I could sign my 5 customers and get my $100 this week. Okay. Yours don't have to be this huge long thing. You can just focus on the little things and you can kind of test the waters. Okay. So start doing the little things. If you're someone who really can't dream big yet. For me, I can dream a little bit bigger than I used to. If I would have started writing 6 years ago, it would be nice if I had this dream house. I would have been like, what are you doing, sister? You're not even out of college yet. Okay. Now I'm writing that. For you, maybe you're like brand new, so you need to start writing something really small. It would be nice if my tank of gas was paid for this week by this business. It would be nice if. And so she was saying, get extremely specific on like 2 to 3 goals that you want. Start writing those down every single day. Okay. And it might feel weird and you're probably like, I don't have time to do that. You have time. Like, you don't have time not to do this, or you don't have time not to do this, because again, it's hurting you more than it's helping you if you're not sitting here doing these things. So that's what she was saying. She was saying it would be nice if get specifically detailed. And then after that, she was saying, like, just sign it, whatever you want. This is going to be crazy, but I've been signing my journals for the past 2 years now, at the bottom of it saying, love Macy, the girl who never gave up. Like, it's something that I just like title myself. So I don't know, maybe y'all need to do that. Figure out a title that y'all want to do. And then it said, trust divine timing. So don't be desperate when you're writing something out. Don't sit here and be like, please, please, please give me this by the next week. Please don't. No, you have to trust it. Okay. You have to trust timing. Just like if you're really faith driven, you just have to trust God's timing that it's going to happen when it happens. And then it says, manifest it and let it go. And then don't be attached to an outcome. Don't be attached to how it specifically looks. If you're asking for $10,000 next month, don't be so obsessed with it coming from one source. Okay. Don't be so obsessed with it coming from just bonuses. Don't be obsessed with it coming just from fast starts. Okay. Maybe you're wanting $100. Don't be obsessed with the way that looks. It doesn't have to be $100 from commissions. It could be $20 commissions, $20 wrap cash or keto cash. And then it could be $20 a fast start, or it could be like so many different things. Okay. So don't be obsessed with how it looks, because then you're going to be so stuck on the outcome that if it does come, you're going to block it because it's not going to look the way that you expected. I blocked so many blessings in my life because I was like, that's not how I wanted it. That's not how I pictured it. And last week I was manifesting and just like praying and deeply over money. Okay. Again, money is normally the topic of what I think about every day. And I was just like, I want abundance. I want money to overflow into my bank account, and I want it to come from all different areas. I want to be a multiple stream income earner. And I was so focused on getting the money from fast starts and like helping my team promote and all those things that Dallas, we're moving. So we're selling a lot of our stuff in our house. He was literally texting me while he was at work every hour saying, hey, I sold this for $100. I sold this for $20. I sold this for $10. And I was like, okay, cool. And I didn't even realize that that was another stream of income. And I was just like, thank you. Like, I had to instantly just say thank you, like, to the universe and God, and just be like, God, thank you so much. Like, this is what I was praying for. And yet I was about to block it because I was so obsessed with the way it looked. So if that goes over your head, we can talk about that more. If you want to have a specific call with me, we totally can. I love doing one-on-one coaching calls. That was something that I learned this week. That was an immediate breakthrough. And what she was talking about with manifesting with the book is, and this is a really good tip because it's a really helpful tip that y'all can start doing. So if you don't believe that you can be where you want to be in a year, so say you want to build a house, say you want to pay off $30,000 in debt, which you can, because I did it last year. If say you want to start paying for gas every week, it can be anything. It can be small, it can be large. Don't put limitations on yourself. But if you cannot believe it right now and you're like, you know what, I'm trying so hard and I just can't believe it. Me, I'm the same way. I'm like, okay, I want to earn the island. I want to earn the island. I want to earn the island. In the back of my mind, I look at those points and I'm like, damn, I'm so far. Like, gosh, I keep working so hard. Like, what the hell? And so I just had to put off all those negative blocks, and I just had to start manifesting it. And so what she did was she was saying that you have to, like, have your mind adjust to seeing things over and over and over again. And so what she said was, here are some things that you can do in order to start manifesting and believing that these things can actually happen. The little things that you don't think about, like your passwords, okay? Passwords, like, on your computer, the password on your phone, the password on your eSuite, the password on, you probably have 16 things that you have passwords to. If you're like me, don't be stupid and have the same password for everything. I did that and I was just like, why am I doing this? This could easily be hacked. Okay. So I went in and changed all my passwords. And one of them was basically like talking about a rank that I wanted to be. One of them was about like where I wanted to be at the island. And like, there's so many different things, but you can specifically manifest that just by doing it to your password. So today, if you have passwords for something, I want you to change those. I really want you to change those. And this isn't just like a simple task that I'm like, oh, do this if you want. I'm actually telling you and asking you to change those. Don't be like me, so you change it and then you forget it the same day and then get locked out of your bank account. That actually happened to me. And my bank was like, do you need help? And I was like, no, I'm fine. It's fine, whatever. Don't be me. Okay. I literally did that Friday. Just don't do that. So, it was such a simple idea, but these are the things that I learned along the way that you think someone in my position and someone who's been in this business long enough would know by now. But I don't. I learn something new every single day. That's why we tell y'all personal development and listening to books, listening to things, and reading books is so important. We're not telling you these things just because we want to. We're telling you these things. I will literally ship these books to you guys once I'm done. Like, that's how bad, like, I don't care. I will give it to y'all if y'all don't have the resources to actually go buy them. But you can find so many free ones online too, okay? You can do a lot of YouTube videos, but, or podcasts. Those are great too. But that's why it's so important. I would have never known that. And just because of that shift, you guys, that day, I went into AT&T because I was manifesting money into my life, went into AT&T, and I was like, hey, I just want to know how much it would be to get a new phone. I have an iPhone 8. It's literally like hanging on by a thread. And I was like, I want to know how much it is to get a new phone, because the next paycheck, that's what I'll put aside to put towards a phone. And he was like, well, actually, you have a $750 credit. So you would really technically get a brand new iPhone for $300. Okay, even though that's not like specifically tangible money right there, that is a blessing. And that's like, and one thing she was showing in the universe, she was like, track all the things that come into your life that you've been praying for. Like, say you are praying over more money. Well, track the things of the money that's coming into your life, even if you don't really think it's money, really like income related. To me, that's money. That's like, that's a brand new iPhone. Y'all know how expensive brand new iPhones are? The $1,200, okay? Like, that's, I mean, it's an investment, you know? And so I'm not like, I can go and spend that if I want, but like, I have things to pay for. So like, an iPhone is kind of on the bottom of the list. But when I found that out, what do you think I did? I was like, I'll be back next week. Guess what? The same exact day, okay, my bank told me that I had an unexpected $500 coming to me. The same exact day I changed my passwords, okay? And I'm not even making this up. The same exact day, I got another like $20 from something. Okay. And I'm not even making this up to the point where it just sounds crazy. This is just showing you it can work that fast. If it doesn't, don't be discouraged, but I bet you it will. That's how confident I feel about this. So change your passwords. That was one thing that I wanted you to do. Another thing, it's super simple, is I want you, whatever goals you have in mind, the craziest goals that you have, I want to write a book, okay? And I'm so far fetched from doing that, but I want to write a book one day. I want to do that. I want to invest in stocks. I want to do that. I have no clue what stocks really are about, but I want to invest in stocks. I want to invest in land. Am I close to any of those things? Absolutely not, but I'm still manifesting them into my near future. So put them on, for me, I did this, like a cute little background, like Louis Vuitton, just because I really want a Louis Vuitton, so I just did it. But it's like a Louis Vuitton background. And I just went on Instagram and used their fonts, because I really do like Instagram's fonts. And I just typed all the things that I wanted that's on my dream board onto my phone, and I put it as my background. So it's a waking reminder every single day as to why I do this and why I get up every single day and why I'm so excited to do the things that I want to do. Because guess what? I don't wake up excited every day. I don't wake up I don't wake up excited every day to check 30 messages that I need to reply to my new team. I don't, but that's a blessing. That's a blessing that I used to pray for. And so I get really excited. So when I open my phone, guess what? The first thing I see is my dream board. It's on my phone. Okay. And one of these things was, one of it was duplication and sleep. Like, I want to literally be asleep at night and then wake up in the morning and my team is signed massive, 6 distributors. Y'all, I woke up, to like 2 distributors saying, hey, I'm ready to get started. After I set that on my phone, sign 2 distributors. Okay. Used to, I could barely sign any distributors. And I really believe these girls are going to be rock stars. And then one of them on here is 10 personally enrolled diamonds by the end of this year. And I believe 2 of those girls are going to be diamonds. Okay. And so I'm just manifesting these things. And it's like a confidence that it brings about in yourself that you never thought you had before. And I really do feel a difference from where I was last week, just from doing these little things. And then another tip that she had, which you've heard me say this a million times, write down sticky notes everywhere. And again, I don't mean sticky notes like you're a badass, you can do this. I love those, and those are great. Be specific, because if you're not specific and say that you, and she used this reference and she used this example, it's like going to tell a dog and he knows like specific toys. So he knows what like a donkey toy is, like he knows what the other dog toy is or whatever, he knows what a bone is. But if you just say, hey, go get that, and then dog looks at you like he's confused and he's like, what do you mean? What do you need? Which one do you need? Can you be more specific? So the universe and like God's going to throw you different things, and then you're just going to be, you're confusing it. So I want you to be very specific about what it is that you want. And if you're someone who's like, I'm negative in my bank account, I can barely dream past $100. Great. Start at $100. Just start at $100 of what that $100 could do for you. Y'all, I was so broke before I started this business. Okay. I've always helped my mom with bills. When I was 16, I started working my job and I had to help her instantly pay bills. So I was immediately broke because she always took my money. Okay. So then doing that and joining this business, and I only had $20 in my bank account. And then I remember specifically, I went to Walmart to go get like a Christmas t-shirt for $5. I went with my friends. I went back to Walmart the next day, kept the tag on, didn't tell any of my friends because I was so embarrassed, and returned that shirt to get that $5 back because I needed that $5. Okay. If you've done that, you can relate to me. That's how broke I was. So you don't have an excuse as to saying, I can't invest in myself, I don't deserve this, because affirmations are free. Manifestation is free. You deserve to have this abundance in your life. And I'm so sick of people putting just disbeliefs in themselves. I'm so sick of getting text messages every day saying, I don't believe in myself, I'm not worthy, I'm getting discouraged. And it's not because I'm like, oh, here we go again, she's texting me. It's because I truly believe that we deserve so much more than what we are. And I believe that we deserve so much more than what we put limitations on ourselves. And it makes me sick to see the limitations that I put on myself. And then I see how hard y'all are on y'allselves. And I'm like, why is this endless cycle just going back and forth? Like, this is disgusting. Why do we treat ourselves like this? How many times do you look in the mirror and you're like, ugh? Like, why would we do that to ourselves? We are like, every single one of us is beautiful. And so it just got me thinking, and I just was like kind of pissed off at myself last week. And I like literally got angry. And I tell you all the time, but like when I'm angry and like when I get annoyed or like when I'm in a bad mood, I'll go on a walk. And so I went on a walk Friday, and I was just like angry at myself. And so I just started talking to myself out loud. Literally, people probably think I'm crazy when I'm outside, when I'm passing neighbors, and I kind of like mumble under my breath because I'm like, they're really gonna think I'm crazy. But I was just saying, like, Macy, why do you keep doing this to yourself? Why do you keep self-sabotaging yourself? You're doing so good. You should be proud of yourself. You're great. Like, you are where you used to pray to be, and you're helping others get there. And like, I'm so hard on myself. And so I know that, and this is not like a boasting or a bragging way, the accomplishments that I've had, and I'm still hard on myself. For those of y'all who just started, I can only imagine what your mind is telling you. Okay. And I don't want people to feel that. And this is my yellow heart coming out, but it genuinely like hurts my heart when I see people not believing in themselves and when I see people give up on themselves. And something that I was listening to, and this kind of goes hand in hand with winning the war in your mind, because if you don't know, Craig Rochelle is best friends with Stephen Furtick. And Stephen Furtick is a pastor that I listen to every single day, love his sermons. And Craig Rochelle is the person who made this book, but he also is a what am I trying to say? A pastor. And so they're best friends. And so they like talk about a lot of the same topics, and they'll like nitpick off of each other. And Stephen Furtick, and this is really weird because today I was kind of, I was not feeling discouraged, but I was just like, man, I woke up today and I was like, I knew what I was going to talk about tonight. And so that was the first thing that was on my mind. I was just like, God, I really hope that I can get through some people today to let them know that they're worthy. And I was just like, I really hope that these people can see their worth and value and all these things. And the first thing that popped up on my Instagram was Stephen Furtick's sermon, and it says, don't quit. And this is what it said. And so I thought I would share it with you guys. I shared it on my story. It says, when the devil tempts you to quit, he doesn't show you how much it costs. And then there's like a minute-long video of him speaking on it. But his main topic was, it was saying what quitting will give you is relief, or you think it'll give you relief. And it gives you relief for a second. And then you go back to feeling the void that you once felt when you first started your journey on whatever it is that you were starting on. And I can tell y'all, from sitting in this seat, letting you guys know from where I'm at now and where I want to be, the attacks don't stop. Okay. And I'm telling y'all this in a real way to let y'all know that if you quit and you give up on yourself and you give up on your dreams and your goals that you want, it's not going to get easier. Okay. And that sounds so sad. And it is in a way, but it's also to challenge you, to let you know that when you break through new barriers that you never thought possible, you get stronger, you get more equipped, you get more confident, and you realize the things that you used to be terrified of, you're no longer terrified of. And then now you just have new devils, but the new devils are way better than what you used to be terrified of, because guess what? You used to be terrified of something that was so tiny, you know? And so then you conquer the new things and you're just like, I got this. You have a confidence. And so if you are thinking about quitting, or you're feeling like it's too hard, it's not worth it, your goals aren't worth it, your dreams aren't worth it because success is just too hard, think about what will happen if you do quit and you give up on yourself. Would you still be happy if you're sitting in the same spot that you are a year from now? Again, I'm in a very comfortable place right now, and I would not be happy with where I'm at. So for those of you who are struggling and actually need this business to like help you with your bills right now because you're so close to losing your house, I don't know if this is anybody's scenario, I'm not speaking this over yourself, but I'm just saying, like, if this is you, I'm speaking to you, you deserve more than that. And so that's what his sermon was about. And it was just so powerful because I like literally almost started crying. I'm just super emotional anyways. I cry at everything, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I got to let my girls know this, because like, y'all, it's not always easy. It's not always easy at all. Okay. And so I just want you to know that like, you are just, your goals and dreams are worth it. And so whatever stronghold you have on yourself, I really need you to work hard to conquer it. I truly believe that what I did last week, from the manifestation tips that I did, and I still have more, but from the manifestation tips that I did, and from what I did just last week, I already feel my money, like my money level of what I thought I can make, lift even higher. And it's truly incredible. And when you practice these things over and over again, you realize that repetition, and we talk about this, consistency with that, builds something in you that allows you to last a lot longer and allows you to stabilize like the things that you want in your life and realize that you can do it. And so I want you to feel that confidence. So if you're not there, grab hold, take the tips that we're giving you, and just run for it. Like, run for it with all your might. Like, what do you want? Do you want to build a house? Do you want to become a millionaire? Do you want to write a book? Do you want to sit here and be a mom of 5 children and be able to support them individually? Like, what do you want? Do you want to have a savings account for all your kids by the time they're 13? Like, what do you want? Be specific and throw that out there to the universe, and give the universe and God ideas saying, I want this. And don't apologize for it. Do not apologize for it. I kept apologizing for like thinking, like feeling bad that I wanted all this money. And my friend told me, she was just like, and this is what this girl said in the book too, and then I'll move on. But she was saying that she had to realize, one of her friends was just like, you really like love money, don't you? You just always want more money. Like, is that all you're about? And my best friend told me that a couple weeks ago. Not in that way, but she was saying like, all you like basically care about is success. Like, that's what you if you feel like you aren't successful, it's a pride hit to you. And like, she said it in like a way that I was just like, you know what, that I could take that as an insult, but I'm gonna thank you for that, because I know where my heart is. So just have a heart check with that. And then, so anyways, the sticky notes, the manifestation tips, the changing the passwords, and then what was it? Oh yeah, and this was the last tip for the manifestation thing, is upgrading. So if your life, for instance, say you want like this beautiful home, okay, or maybe you want, no, let's not use that. Mine again is money, so I'll talk about money. If you want luxurious things in your life and you want all the money in the world, say for me, I want to make $15,000 a month. That's my next goal. I want to make $15,000 a month. If I want to make $15,000 a month, but I'm still living like a broke college student, I'm again sending the universe and sending God mixed signals saying that I can't handle it. And so that's when she was like, tell the universe that you are ready for an upgrade. And that's when I started doing all these things. And that's when I got the $500, the $750 credit, all of these different things. And it was crazy because she was like, upgrade. She was like, even if you can't afford it, she was like, I don't want anybody to go broke if you're trying to do upgrades. So do tiny upgrades. Maybe if you can just afford first class in a plane once, just to experience it so you can manifest what it's like to be in that, do that. If you can drive into someone's nice home, like into their driveway because you know them, and you just picture yourself sitting there in this house being your house, do that. If you can sit here and buy a pair of Lululemon pants and be able to afford that, even if it costs you a little bit extra because you know that you could never spend $100 normally on a pair of pants, but you sacrifice it and do it, you're sending the universe signs that you can upgrade to a higher lifestyle. And that's when she was like, if you have old makeup that you, okay, please tell me who can relate to this. Maybe you can't, but I know for me, so many times, especially when I lived back with my mom, I would have like lipsticks where like you would have to dig out the lipstick because I was too cheap to get another one and I couldn't afford it. Okay. How many of y'all did that or did do that with eyeshadow? I have a broken eyeshadow palette in here that I'm still like grab hold on. So she was like, sis, if you have some cheap ass makeup and you want to go freaking spend $100 on some makeup just this one time to experience what nice makeup is like, you deserve to go do that. And after that, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to upgrade. So then I was thinking, I was like, okay, what can I upgrade on my life? And I just started thinking about it, and I was like, well, what if I do want this nicer menu, like thing on the menu? I'm gonna get it. But I told myself I was gonna get a pair of Lululemon pants. If you know me, you know I like to thrift shop. Okay, I'm a thrift shopper all the way, and I do not pay full price for anything. Okay, and I realized I was like, maybe that's kind of like a default. Maybe that's something that's not that great about me. And I was like, no, the thrift shopping thing is good, but you're still sending mixed signals. So I told myself I'm going to invest and get Lululemon pants. Okay, and people swear by them anyways. So that's going to show signs that I deserve more abundance. So I'm going to start doing gradual upgrades, and I'll let y'all know, but I already know that I'm getting amazing abundance back. So that's what I'm going to do. And I threw away my eyeshadow palette that was broken. I was like, you know what? This makes me feel broke. I'm not going to do it. So if you have anything in your life that's sitting around in your room, if you have people around in your life that are making you feel broke, I know all my teacher friends are always talking about like, ooh, I'm so broke. I got $2,000 on my credit card. I can't even pay that right now. I'm like, I'm not hearing that right now. I can't hear that because guess what? I'm abundant and I don't need that. So if you are living that type of lifestyle, I need you to upgrade. Okay. Upgrade. Can just be like one little upgrade at a time. Do whatever it needs to do. You can correlate that with money. Maybe you're not money hungry. Maybe you want something else in your life. Tell the universe that you want it. And I bet you are going to start receiving it. And that's all I have to say about manifestation. So anyways, aside from that, so where we're headed this month, again, mindset is everything. So I want you to really focus on your mindset and hone in on that. But with mindset, I need you to have blinders on. And what I mean by I need you to have blinders on is if I've gotten texts from people saying like, man, I just don't know how these people are signing 600 distributors and 50 customers. I've only gotten one and I can't do this. And I suck. No, you are just on a different path than these people are. If you see me enrolling every day, y'all, I'm a mass enroller, okay? I'm very confident in what I do with enrollments, but guess what I do also? I'm very consistent. Guess what? I've been in this business 6 years. So I've had a lot of follow-ups. I've had a lot of conversations. So now enrollments come pretty naturally to me. I do have to work. I work every single day, but my enrollments might look different to you. And so if you're seeing these people in the chat blowing up saying, I'm signing this distributor, I'm signing this customer, there's a thing in healthy comparison. Definitely healthy, compare yourself to them, but keep your blinders on, okay? Do this because I want you to be you and I want you to promote for you. I don't want you to promote because Sally over here is promoting to Double Diamond and you feel like you need to be her, okay? That's a healthy comparison in some way, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna make you happy. Comparison doesn't make me happy. I don't really know a thing of healthy comparison in a way, if we're being really honest. I'm normally like why does she have that and I don't have it? So what I have to do is number one, humble myself. And then I have to unfollow those people, not in a way that's like a, I hate you type. It's literally just like you know what, I'm going to stay in my lane and I'm going to do what's best for me. And I want you to do the same thing because this month, I really want us to focus on where we're going. If you want to go diamond, have that dead set that you're going on diamond. And guess what? If you are claiming that you're going diamond and then you see someone go diamond before you, God promised you that your journey is not going to be like everybody else's. So why are you sitting here comparing? That makes no sense. It's like me comparing to Morgan right now. She's in a completely different lane than I am. I don't have a right to compare to her. If anything, I just have a right to say, you know what, sis, you go. You go. Can you give me your tips? And that's what I want you to do. So keep your freaking blinders on. If you have already counted yourself out for the island, I want you to start doing these manifestation tests, because I've had to start doing this because I started looking at those points. If you don't know what the island is our company or our CEO bought an island because he's a freaking millionaire, billionaire. Okay. Like, what the freak? He can buy anything he wants. And he bought it simply though, so he could be able to like tell our people, and it works, that they can do these things too. And it's a visual for them to be like, I get to go to this island. You get to go to the island. You get to fly around in this helicopter. It's a literal private island that he bought. Okay. And so you get to earn a trip on that. There's a lot of qualifications. You can sign a distributor, you can sign customers, you can have people rank up in your team, you can personally rank up, you get fast starts. There's a lot of things that's on your eSuite. Go look at that. Don't count yourself out. And I'm asking you this in a way because I've counted myself so many times out, and it's so annoying. Like, that doesn't serve anybody. Stop counting yourself out at this point. And that, and then also for the $100 weekly, for the $100. So this is the last week. It's a test run, because you already know the announcement that was announced. You can earn $100 when you sign 5 customers this week. And what that does is it allows our company, if we break the record of what they want us to break, that's why I need every single one of you guys to work so hard to do it too. I'm already on my 3rd customer. I'm about to earn 2 more. I sent out forms today. I'm claiming my 6 customers today. So if you're counting yourself out already and you're like, there's no way I can get this $100. I didn't get it last week. Do y'all want to know something? I didn't get my $100 last week, and I felt so confident that I would. I did not. Okay. It happens sometimes. And I told y'all I'm a mass enroller. I've signed 25 customers this month. Okay. Already, like, I can sign customers, and I just didn't last week, and that's okay. So if you didn't, give yourself grace, but stop counting yourself out now. I want you to start getting up the host post. I want you to start sending out messages. I want you to start offering the business to every single person who puts up a host post for you. I want you to do all the things. I want you to post consistently. Get on the content planning Zooms. Do all the things, because I promise you, and then start manifesting it. Have that as one of your manifestations. What could $100 do for you? I want y'all to drop it down right now. What could the $100 for the customers that you would get this week do for you? For me, I would have to think about that. It literally could do so many things for me. Actually, it could pay the mover that's helping us move this week. It could pay for a new couch. I want all new furniture. It could literally pay for so many things. It could pay for 2 tanks of gas. But you know what? I'm going to be super specific, and I'm going to say it could pay for my lashes. Okay. I really want my lashes to be filled every few weeks. And that might sound like super just like snooty, but lashes make me feel good. That's an upgrade in my life that I want. So I want a lash budget. I want to be able to afford those. So that could pay for my lashes. Okay. So there you go. Y'all are already thinking about it. So stop counting yourself out. All y'all know how to sign customers. Okay. And if you don't, and you're new, guess what? We have a great system to help you. So don't count yourself out. I'm asking you to, not right now. Okay. You deserve it. And then the other thing is, what I was going to talk about is signing distributors. And this was kind of going to go on the last part of it, is that I've been signing distributors. So I have a goal of 20 distributors this month. I've never signed 20 distributors in my entire business career. Okay. Reasons why I've never signed 20 distributors is up until last month, I've always said I can't sign 20 distributors. I've always said that. And I always said I can't handle 20 distributors. Why? Why did I say that? It's because it's the limiting belief I put on myself. So if you are constantly saying, I can't sign distributors, I can't sign customers, it's just like we spoke about, what you reap, you sow. Okay. So what you're telling yourself over and over and over again, there's a difference in sitting here and telling your sponsor, hey, I need help. I feel like I cannot sign a distributor. Okay. That's something we can work with. If you're texting me saying, I can't do this because I can't do this, that's different. Don't speak that over yourself. Even though you don't believe it now, I want you to now on start saying the mantras, I can, I can, I can. So what I personally have been doing, and I posted it on the Faith Over Fear page, is I do my distributor slides every single week. or not every single week, every single day. About there's maybe 2 days out of the week I don't do them, okay? And it's just to give it a break. But I do distributor slides every single day on my story. And sometimes it's just the same stories that I did yesterday. Why? Because sometimes I'm lazy and I don't feel like redoing them, okay? And that's okay. Not everybody, not the same people see your stuff over and over again. That's how algorithms work. I do distributor slides and it's always with a call to action. I do a distributor post every single day. And the distributor post isn't always like a call to action, like, hey, y'all, come over here. Who wants to make an extra income? I did one of those Friday, and then I'm going to share that with y'all again in the chat because if y'all didn't see it, I already got 3 distributors from it. So, and I didn't expect it. I was just like, I'm just going to throw up one of these posts because I've been doing a lot of like story posts lately saying, like, this is where I was at before, this is where I'm at now, and I just needed a call to action. Go copy and paste this. This is why I tell y'all to do these things. Success leaves clues. Go copy it and use it. But just change up the wording because I don't want the algorithms to flag. But this is what I posted on Friday, and I got 3 distributors from it. Okay, so use that. I post about the business every single day, and I offer every single person the business that posts for me doing this. And not only that, y'all, I don't do anything special. I have a lot of conversations today. I have about 30 new conversations a day. And some of y'all are like, ew, oh my gosh, I only have like 2. I need to step it up. And some of y'all are like 30, I do 50. You know what? That's amazing. But mine's normally about 30 new conversations a day. I try to make it. And I just am like repetitiveness. We have a system in our business that works. It is statistically proven if you do the things that we tell you to do, the 6 list, and you focus on the results, not just like crossing all things on your list, if you actually focus on the results. So like say you're sending out friend requests and saying you're sending out 30 friend requests a day. If you're sending out 30 friend requests, but you're only getting 2 people who are responding back to you, that's not actually friending 30 people. So I want you to go add more until you reach that 30. And you have to break it up into increments, but that's something I focus on too, is following and interacting is huge. Okay. And so that's normally what I do every single day as well. But what I've been doing intentionally is time blocking and trusting that my work is going to be blessed. And that comes with the confidence and the manifestation thing. But this is something that I want you to do. I want you to time block. So if you're someone like, I don't have enough time in the day, sis, everybody's got the same 24 hours in the day. You just ain't using it properly. So say you don't, maybe you sleep in until 8:30, you have to go to work at 9. So what time, like, no. Say you have to go to work at 7 and you wake up at 6:30 or you wake up at 6. Guess what? During those times, you have time blocks to do things. So I'm just super intentional with my time. I set a timer for 20 minutes when I can, and I message. Set another timer for 20 minutes, and I message. Set another timer for 20 minutes, and I message. And so I set timers for things, and I'm very intentional with that. And guess what? I'm saying mantras the whole entire time I'm doing those things, and I see results from it. Do I see results every single day? No, because you get paid for the work that you did 3 months back. Technically, that's just how it is in like sales and just business overall. So think about it. What you're doing today, you could see instant results. Friday I worked, and Friday was a pop-off day for me. I did amazing Friday, and it was literally from the work I did that day, because it was all new conversations. So don't expect immediate gratification, but know your work is going to pay off. Just feel confident in that and say mantras saying, I am going to sign this. I am going to sign this. And one tip that Amber had is, I was asking in like the chat that we had the other day, I was like, y'all, what like host post is working for y'all? I feel like it's not working. And she was like, well, it's all about what you speak over yourself. And she was like, I kept saying to myself, people want this $1,000. People want $1,000. People want to have this $1,000. They're going to be blessed with this $1,000. And she got like 10 host posts up and she signed customers like she got her $100. Okay. And so that was something that was huge. And so I just started stating that over myself. And sometimes I forget. Sometimes I need that reminder to say those mantras. And I did that Friday, and I had things blow up for me. And so if you're not utilizing that, utilize those things and do the 6 list. And just another tip that I have for distributors, if you're not using reels on Instagram, I do a lot of reels on Instagram, and they're not always business. They're honestly, a lot of them, they're a lifestyle or just funny, or maybe they're just like empowering. So if you haven't branded yourself yet, I would really strongly encourage you to do that, to find like 2 things or 3 things that you love and just kind of brand yourself off of that. Mine's empowerment. So I do like a lot of empowerment videos, and I just get a lot of interaction from those. And within that interaction, then people start following me, and then they start like liking my stuff, and then we start having combos back and forth, and that's how I get like a lot of people. And I know that wasn't specific tips just because we're out of town, because I just talked a lot about the manifestation stuff because I was really passionate about that. But I really want y'all to know the breakthrough that y'all can have with your mind if you just starting putting the work towards knowing what you want. If you start putting the work towards the belief in yourself. All of us deserve abundance. All of us deserve all of these things that we want in our life. A lot of us, guess what? Sad to say, we just haven't gotten it because we just believe that we don't deserve it. A lot of us, or half of us, have gotten the things that we want because we've broken through those barriers. And it's taken me a while to believe in myself, but I'm at a point now where I'm like, why the hell would someone else deserve something over me? We're just equivalent. We're equivalent. We are sisters, okay? She's over here popping off in her business. Why would I not deserve that? I love Jesus. I'm a good human. I do the things necessary. I'm so sick of the excuses. And I want you to tell yourself that you should be sick of the excuses you tell yourself. You really should be. You should be sick of the negative self-talk. It really gets old at some point. You're like, hey, can you just shut up? Like, you literally tell your mind to shut up at some point because you're just like, this is so annoying. Like, do you not get sick of it? You deserve positive talk. You deserve abundance. You deserve love for yourself. So I want you to start saying these things and doing the manifestation tips. I will find, when I get off of here, I'm going to find the manifestation, what do you call it? The video that I found on YouTube, and y'all can watch it. And I want y'all, this is a task. If you can't buy this yet, make the $100 this week for the 5 customers and then go spend that on books, which it's not going to cost you $100 to buy books. I want y'all to get these books. That is a task. That is literally a task that I'm telling y'all to do. Get these books, okay? And I'll post these in the chat too. These are the 2 books I want y'all to focus on. And I'm speaking over all of us, but I do believe almost all of us are having a hard time with like mental health, or maybe you're having a hard time with just believing in yourself. I feel like that's a really common thing. So both of these will apply to that. Okay. So I want y'all to know that y'all deserve abundance. I want us to kick ass. I want us to go presidential this month. I want y'all to start claiming diamond in 30 days. I want y'all to start claiming ruby. I want y'all to start claiming the $100 because why not you? And that's what I want you to ask yourself. You should just ask yourself, why not me? Why not me at this point? Why not freaking me? You took a chance to join this business. You might as well take a chance on yourself and believe in yourself and get everything you deserve. Like, stop. Like, just stop it. We have contests going this week. We have the $100 going this week. Claim it. And I bet you, if you claim it and you start speaking these things over yourself, you're going to see magic happen. And you're going to be like, holy freaking shit. And I'm sorry for my language, but holy shit. This is amazing. This stuff actually works. And then you're just going to be surprised. And then abundance is going to overflow into your life. And then you're just going to be like, wow, this is amazing. Macy was right. Macy's not always right, but Macy is right, okay? I'm right because I'm reading these books and I'm educated on them things. So I had so much more tips to go over, you guys, and it was like actual like business stuff, but you know what? Homegirl just talks a lot, so it's fine. But the family call is happening, so make sure to go on Mark Pentecost's page and watch his live video. They're going to be announcing things. They're always that excited, so make sure to watch that. And I will post this recording. I'll post everything like I said. And I just love you guys, and I just love y'all. Y'all deserve love for yourself. So I hope that y'all feel this. I hope that this helps, and I want to hear y'all's wins for the week. So whenever you have a win, text me or message me on Facebook. I don't care. I want to hear your wins because y'all deserve it. So I love you guys, and y'all get on the family call. So I will see y'all later. Bye, you guys.